Modern Mahjong's back with our Tile Time series. This is the second of this series. The first kind of prequel to it you could watch if you visit YouTube and watch our replay of our latest Zoom. Today's Tile Time exercise, we're asking you to either get a paper and pen or your tiles and follow along. We think that interacting is a great way for players to realize how important switching and having backup hands are. And also, this is a great way to improve your speed and keep pace with your group. Because if you know hands that you could switch to and you know tiles that you would call a discard for an exposure, it really helps you prepare and be ready for luck to strike. So, with that said, let's move along. We invite you to put down 2 3 dots, 1 4 dot, 2 5 dots, and 2 6 dots, a 1 bam, a 9 crack, a west, a green dragon, a white dragon, and a joker. So those are the 13 tiles, let's say, you have at the end of the Charleston. So rearrange them however you'd like, either how we have it on this photo, or if you arrange them differently, rearrange them if you want to pause and think of what section and what hands you'd be thinking of. Now think of what tile you would be first to discard after you pick a tile. So let's say your first pick is a joker, so you discard the west. And then on your next turn, you pick a 4 dot, so you discard the 9 crack. So the 13 tiles you have now in your hand are 3 dots, 4 dots, 5 dots, and 6 dots, 2 of each of those, a 1 bam, a green dragon, a white dragon, and 2 jokers. So just think, are you still in the same section? What hands are you thinking of? If a player threw a 5 dot, would you call it and expose a pung with the 2 5s you have? Would you add a joker or 2 and make a Kong? What are you thinking of here? And if you want to pause and consider that, and then when you're ready, move on to the next page. So we're in the consecutive run section, and we're thinking either 2, 5, or 7 all really kind of work with the tiles we have. And we're going to go into detail on the next slide. But for now, we always consider if someone threw a certain tile, would we call that? And that is a way to really get yourself ready to keep pace. So one thing to consider is if you made an exposure, would that one exposure work for more than one of the hands that you're considering? So we're kind of leading the witness here, but does a pung of 5 dots work for more than one of these hands? And are you still thinking of just this section, or are there other hands you're considering? So just looking at it visually and looking at consecutive run 2, 5, and 7, you could arrange it to see which tiles are being used for these 3 hands. So for consecutive run number 2, you could use your 3 dots, 4 dots, your green, your 5, and your 6. You could use all of those, and you would be able to call for many of those exposures. You could call the 4 dot for the pung that you need. You can call the green for the Kong that you need, and you could call the 5 dot for the pung that you need. In consecutive run number 5, every single section that you have there, every little grouping of tiles, you are able to call for your 3 dot and your 4 dot. You could call for a pung of the 3 dot. You could call for your Kongs of the 6 dot. And for the number 7, you could also call for your 5 and 6s. These are where the dragon matches. So just think of it in your head as when it's matching dragons in this consecutive run, you need more tiles as the hand goes up. So are there any other hands you're considering? And consider, what would you do if the 2 5 dots you have, if somebody threw a 5 dot, would you consider calling it, and would you do a pung or something else? So let's say we call a pung, and then we discarded one of the tiles we don't need. If you look now at the hand, how many do you have towards consecutive run 2, and how many do you have towards consecutive run 5? And at this point, we're going to pause and let you read this on your own time. And then when you're ready, you could resume. So if somebody threw either a green dragon or a white dragon, otherwise known as soap, you could call that Kong and be set to win. So that's why we think this is a really helpful exercise to get players to recognize how easy it could be if you're prepared to be able to have backup hands. This is exceptionally helpful if you're starting off, which is a great advice in the way I play. start off by looking first at singles and pairs, and then have backups for those. So that way, if your single or your pair tiles are no longer available to you because they're in exposures or they're discarded, then you could switch over to another hand as you pick in those tiles or jokers. So we hope this is helpful, and we would love to know, should we continue doing these exercises for Facebook and live, maybe on Zooms or on our YouTube channel? And check out our PDF on our website. We have a PDF of all the information that we shared in our most recent Zoom. You're invited to enter a giveaway. You could enter to win an American Mahjong practice app. They're going to be given out in the form of a gift card for the Apple Store or Android. Comment below either this YouTube video or on either our social media posts about this, and comment Apple or Android. Our next upcoming Zoom is on May 5th, which is perfect timing because Karen Guin, otherwise known as Bubbe Fischer, called the new pattern the sombrero hand. So May 5th, join us for a free Zoom. You could register at bit.ly/2024 and then all caps NMJL for National Mahjong League. If you play Canasta and want to improve your strategy, I am teaching along with Donna Miller Small. You could register for our upcoming Zoom by sending payment to Zelle or PayPal, and our account for both of these is modernamericancanasta@gmail.com. Once you submit your payment, send us an email there, and we will send you, as it gets closer, information with your personal link for our Zoom. If you're not available to attend this strategy session, send us an email and we can see what we can work out. If you have any questions about Mahjong or Canasta, join us on Facebook or email us and message us. We'd love to help make sure everybody knows the rules and is enjoying their game. We have 2 books available on Amazon. We have our visual companion guide for American Mahjong, which we are currently uploading changes to reflect the new Mahjong Made Easy and the 2024 card. On that note, great news. We have both the standard and large 2024 card available to ship with tracking, as well as Mahjong Made Easy. So visit modernmahjong.com if you're interested in either of these. Thank you so much for your support of our women-owned small business. Donna and I have a curated collection of Mahjong and gifts and accessories available for you. Check it out on modernmahjong.com. We hope you enjoyed this strategy session and that it's helpful for you to learn the card and up your game. What would you like to see next? Let us know on Facebook or send us an email. We appreciate your support of our small women-owned business. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great day.